Well, well, it's a beautiful day. Well, it's a beautiful day in Dallas. That's really not an exaggeration because it's August and it's raining, and anytime it's in August and it's raining and there's no tornadoes, it's a good day. Well, no tornadoes yet. There's always a potential around here. In any case, I want to do a quick rundown on the van. I've spent a lot of money getting this van together, and I get some criticism for it. And, you know, and it's deserved if you perceive a van as a vehicle. But if you're using the van either to, well, to live in, or if the van generates income, then you might pay more. But let's just go with the living part. That's the one I'm familiar with. Um, to After having this van for 2 years now, I would need to spend $25 to $30,000 on it before it would be roughly equivalent to the amount of money I spent living in an apartment. Of course, there is some, decline in quality of life if you calculate it in the old-fashioned way. But what I did get is I got more freedom, and I got less out-of-pocket expenses on a monthly basis. So the amount of money I've spent on this van is a quarter the amount I would have spent if I just been in a nice, comfortable apartment, laying on my bed, watching my TV, and then watching my funds go away. So that's basically how you got to look at it. Now, and Dallas is a medium-high rent area, and this area I'm in is beginning to escalate on a on a yearly basis. It was like going up $100, $200 a year. When I first moved into the neighborhood where I was living, it was maybe $1,200, $1,300 a month. By the time I left, it was $1,800 and climbing. So, God knows what it is now. It's got to be in excess of $2,000 a month to rent an apartment in this area, and it's very convenient to where I work. Now, there are cheaper areas that I could live in, but it would still not be the equivalent, the money I spend on this van, of living in a cheap apartment. Because let's just say a cheap apartment would have been $24,000. Now, that's not counting the fact that you're usually going to be paying utilities. So let's add another $3,000, $5,000 on that. So you're still up in near $30,000. So that's it. And also, you can't think of a van on resale value unless it's a new van. If I had a new Sprinter, a new Ford, a transit van, high or low top, I would be thinking about the cost of maintenance. But if I had a new one, there would likely not be major cost in maintenance at this point. So, but if I had bought a new one, I would have been paying $600, $700 a month rent, and I still get a better advantage in living in the van. So always calculate your van life as living expenses and not maintenance costs. Because if you get an old van, maintenance costs are going to be probably at a minimum $4,000. If your transmission goes out, jump that to $7,000 plus. If your motor goes out, you could be going $10,000. But it's still going to be less than rent if you're in a high rent area. If in a low rent area, no. Boy, the rain is really beginning to come down now. This is very unusual for an August in Dallas. I think I'd better watch out for tornado warnings, because usually when the rain falls like this, that's what's either already around or coming like a freight train. In any case, I want to give you a quick look at this. Remember, never think about maintenance costs on a van as you do maintenance costs on a work vehicle or on a domestic vehicle you're using and going to your house or apartment. Never think about it like this. It's housing costs. And most of us will spend more than we can spend on your average van, getting it almost virtually new in annual housing costs, including maintenance, upkeep, repairs, potentially even painting if you have age on it. It's just an incredible amount of money, and let's just say headache. In any case, I'm going to go back in here. It's really beginning to come down now, but I'm under an overhang, so I'm not worried about it. It's just going to be killing my audio here pretty soon. All right, I'll talk to you later, and we'll be back talking about the van. And I'm going to be selling some things. You might see me doing that because I've got two storage areas. One's full, one's empty, so I'm moving the small one to the large one and getting rid of everything extra. So that's going to be my process now. I'm downsizing my storage life now.